Hi, guys. I am Christy, and welcome to the Insta Stories One-on-One 101 mini training. And I was really inspired to share this because since I have become a lot more intentional and strategic with my Instagram stories, I can tell a huge difference in the engagement, and it is converting a lot better than I ever thought was possible. So, of course, I wanted to come in and share this information with you guys as well. So, let's not waste any time and let's go ahead and jump into this. If this is your first time seeing me, again, my name is Christy and I'm a marketing strategist for bloggers and entrepreneurs who are struggling to stand out online. I basically help them utilize creative marketing strategies like Instagram stories to expand their reach, build a community, and make a profit. I have been featured in publications such as a Pro Blogger, Huffington Post, and other ones, just because people think that that's so important, but really, I really don't. But I just have to throw that in because some people do care. I'm a mom of three awesome kids, and I do love pink, as you can tell from my branding. But let's not waste time, guys, and let's just go ahead and dive right into Instagram stories. So 300 million is the amount of people who are consuming Instagram stories on a daily basis. Yeah, it's pretty crazy and insane to think about because Instagram stories is very new to Instagram. Though the same type of feature has been used on Snapchat, it has not grown as massively as it has within the Instagram platform. Instagram was already a pretty popular platform before Instagram stories in 2016, but since implementing this feature, it has really grown. People love Instagram stories. And I personally will go through all of my Instagram stories before I even start to scroll down my actual Instagram feed. Yeah, it's like that. So if you don't know, what are Instagram stories? So Instagram stories is a feature that lets users post photos and videos that vanish after 24 hours, much like Snapchat, right? If you use Snapchat, I don't even use it. So I'm comparing it because a lot of people do use Snapchat. But basically, you can upload a photo or video, and for 24 hours, anyone who sees your Instagram stories can see that photo or video, but after 24 hours, it goes away. For them, you have access to that same story indefinitely. It'll be saved into your archive if you have it set to do that. So you have 24 hours to make an impact with that Instagram story. So that's something very powerful and important to remember when crafting your Instagram stories. You have 24 hours to capture your audience, hold their attention, and then direct them to something else. So why should you be using them for your business? Honestly, I think it's like the most important question to ask when it comes to any kind of social media platform, why you should be using it. Now, before you decide 100% that this is what I'm going to focus my time and efforts on, you have to be very clear on your audience, who they are, your ICA or your ideal client, and understanding what type of platform they will be more likely to be on. Because there are people who don't use Instagram. So if your business is not really going to thrive on Instagram, then don't even focus on Instagram stories. Facebook has stories as well, but it definitely doesn't have the same reach or impact that Instagram stories does. Now, if your your ideal clients are on Facebook, then definitely put your efforts into Facebook. Don't put too much energy into Instagram or growing your Instagram if your people are not even on there. But why you should be using them for your business, if your people are on Instagram and they're one of those 300 million people who are viewing Instagram stories, and if they're like me and don't automatically go down their feed, but instead like to scroll through their Instagram stories, this is where you want to be. I mean, the way that our culture is right now in terms of technology, it's a way for people to look at the behind the scenes. They thrive, especially millennials. If those people are in your target market, they thrive on authenticity and they love to see what's behind the brand. So if you're ready to really like make a true impact and truly like grow your business ridiculously, then definitely focusing on Instagram stories is something that you want to incorporate into your current social media strategy. Now, I'm not saying ditch everything else and just focus on Instagram stories. Just add it in there and start to steadily grow and be more strategic in the way that you utilize this feature. So, like I said, to truly leverage the power of Instagram stories, you have to have a strategy and a goal. A lot of people right now are just throwing up posts on their Instagram stories. Hey, I'm posting my meal. Hey, I'm posting what I'm doing outside right now. This is my kid. He's falling in the floor. He's having a tantrum. Like, all of these things are really cool and they're good to see. But if those people are not in your target market, then you're not being very strategic with the way that you're using Instagram stories. You're basically just randomly throwing up videos and photos. And that's not what you want to do. You have to approach this the same way you would approach your feed, your normal Instagram feed, or your posts on Facebook or post on Twitter. So you don't randomly always post something on Facebook, on your business Facebook, or randomly post things onto your Instagram. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about the content. You're thinking about your caption. Put the same effort into your Instagram stories if you're using it for your business. Now, lately, I have been doing this. Before, I was one of those people who were just throwing up posts and videos as I went about my day. Now, I don't do that. I take my photos first before I even upload them. I may even use the Instagram camera to see how they look, or use the Instagram camera to record my videos to make sure that they are the right length for Instagram. And then I save it to my phone, and I don't automatically upload it at that moment. So I take time to craft out a message to make sure that what I'm posting is going to add value to whatever that message is, and making sure that I'm going to be able to reach my ideal client or my ideal audience if I'm just focusing on like a blog post or whatever. So being more strategic and mindful of what you're posting is going to be way more effective than just randomly posting throughout the day. So making sure that you have a strategy and a goal in mind is definitely key. Here are things that you can post on your Instagram stories each day. Of course, day-to-day is like the normal thing right now. So everyone is usually posting your day-to-day. This is what I'm doing in the morning. I'm eating breakfast. I'm eating lunch. I'm eating dinner. I'm about to go for a run. Those are great things to throw in there. I personally would prefer you to have a set day to do things if you are going to be more strategic with your posts. For example, on Monday, I might be sharing motivational posts. So I'm going to share a motivational quote, a motivational video of myself, sharing a video, motivational tip. I can share some motivational tidbits throughout the day. And then like on Wednesday, you can have a work with me Wednesday. You can take videos of yourself working at your computer in the morning. And this is what I have to do today. These are things I have to get done or send out or email or things like that. So having a set day of different things that you want to share, that shows that you're being strategic and that you're making sure that what you are posting is valuable to the person viewing your stories. You can share tips or tutorials. You can do interviews. You can cross-promote things that you might be having going on. Like I'm about to do a Facebook Live. I am going to share this in my group today. Come join my group. Things like that to promote other things outside of the Instagram platform as well. So thinking about creating a sole strategy for your Instagram stories, it can seem like a lot. And you're like, why should I even be putting in this effort? But because so many people are engaging and interacting with Instagram stories, it's definitely the place for you to be. Encourage people to engage with you. Be creative with the things that you post. I'm actually going to be working on a mini course that shows you how to craft these actual stories, how to be creative with those stories, and how to increase engagement. Which leads us to the next point. increasing engagement. That's the whole point. You want to increase engagement, increase views, increase your click-through rates, increase your business, expand your reach. These are all things that should be your prime goal when using Instagram stories. So use relevant hashtags. Same thing that you do on your feed, do it in your stories. And there's a pretty good tip that I have that I'm itching to give away, and that's going to be in that mini training. Use geotags. Tag it, because a lot of people are following certain locations. If I'm in Cary, it'll pop up at the top with like, these are these stories that are showing up in this area. So of course I want to click on and see what people are doing in my city. So using geotags is very good. Whenever I use a geotag, that's like my most viewed story ever out of that day. Tag or shout out other influencers. People love to be recognized. Recognize other people. These are the best moms in the business right now, and tag them. And they're more likely going to screenshot that, reshare it, and tag you. And then those people are going to see you and want to follow you. So shout out other influencers and tag them. Always include a call to action. What do you want people to do with this story? Remember, a story is a beginning, middle, and an end, right? And it should lead people to something. This is my story of the day. This is my Work With Me Wednesday. And at the end of that story, you should be leading people, this is how you can work with me. This is how you can go and listen to this podcast and find out more about this topic. So make sure that you are always including a call to action somewhere within your story or at the end of your story. Use video. Duh, video is everything right now, right? So use video in your stories. It could be in bits and pieces. So that's a possibility, because it's like you can't upload like a whole minute of one video. So make a video of the tips and the tutorials that we talked about in the previous slide, and showing people each step on how to create something, or show a video of you at a theme park and shout out that theme park. And make sure that you're adding script. A lot of people, for some reason, watch videos without the sound on. I know at night when I'm in the bed with the baby breastfeeding, I sometimes am watching my Instagram stories and I can't turn up the volume, because I don't want to wake the baby. So add script, because a lot of people love to go through your stories and they can always listen to it with the volume up. So add what you're saying at the bottom, and people love that. And always reference your DM box. DM me for more details on this. If you're ready to lose these 10 pounds, DM me. Draw arrows to your little DM box, even though people know where it is. You want to bring attention to the contact, to the engagement. You want people to engage. So becoming more strategic in how you use Instagram stories, and you can easily grow your brand and your business. Now, like I said previously, I'm going to be sharing in-depth tips on how to be more creative and strategic with your Instagram stories in order to increase your brand awareness and grow your audience. So stay tuned for more information about that in the coming up days. So thank you so much for trying out this mini training, for tuning in, and I hope that you guys learned something impactful and you're ready to use Instagram stories for your business.